The following review is going to be on Wave 2 Kingdom Core Class Megatron. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to take a look at our first Wave 2 Core Class figure, Megatron. WFC-K13. And here's the package. It's got your Transformers Kingdom War For Cybertron trilogy logo, Hasbro, Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy, and that is Megatron, and here he is in his robot mode. There's the UPC if anybody needs it, and then it says Core Class on the side. That side just says War For Cybertron, and it is robot to tank in 12 steps, and it just says Megatron, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Let's get this guy cracked open and see what he is. Now that we got Megatron right out of the package, we're going to take a look at the instruction booklet first. Let's see, Transformers Megatron, there he is holding his gun in his hand, Generations, War For Cybertron trilogy. Let's see, you can put his gun in his hand, or his gun will go on his back to make him reminiscent of the barrel sticking out of his back. So there you got Megatron right there. And robot to tank in 12 steps. And that is it. Basic directions. And then his one weapon, in a way, kind of looks like the old Megatron did in gun mode, the P. Walther 38. But just a little different, but I think they try to get the design. And like I said, he's got a 3mm plug. So you got these two plugs on the back. You can stick it there to make it look like Megatron of old. You can stick it in the other side, so he's a left-handed Megatron. And he will fit in his hands like so. Now you ask, is he blast effect compatible? Well, this gun is not blast effect compatible, but his main weapon is, so his fusion cannon is. So you can do this, and there you've got Megatron with his classic, whoops, let's see, it's very heavy, but there is Megatron now with some blast effects out of his fusion cannon. So half of him is, half he isn't. Now let's take a look at Megatron up close and personal. He's got a good old Megatron head. He's got the red eyes. He's got a little smirk on his face. He's got his normal bucket head. He's got black around the neck area, a gray chest. He's got the purple Decepticon symbol. He's got red in his abdomen. He's got some red, some blue, some yellow, some black. He's all decorated. You can see some detail on the legs, some detail on the crotch plate. The legs are black, which for Megatron, I guess that's... Then you got the tank tread on the legs, which is new to his tank mode. There's the back. He's got a backpack, but not much you can do to figure the size. He's got his feet. There's more tank treads up here. And I guess that's about it. Now, for posability, his head does do a whole 360. It doesn't do any up or down. Now, the arms, you can't... You can move his arm out to the side like that, but you can't do a whole 360 just because the way their transformation. This does go out all the way. It's on a ball joint right there. He's got rotation at the elbow, and he's 90 degrees. And on this side, you can rotate, like it only got rotation at the elbow. Now the fusion arm cannon, what you can do is same rotation with the shoulder, same out, same 90 degrees. But on him, you move his wrist, and it moves this whole black piece. So his wrist can rotate almost 360 degrees. So his arms are not symmetrical. Nothing at, and his waist does it 360? Yes, I forgot about that. That's part of his transformation. He kicks up more than 90. He kicks back 90. He can do the full split. And he's got about 90 at the knee and nothing at the toes. But he's got a ball joint here, so you can pretty much move his leg all different ways. And then these, they don't really snap in, but that is Megatron and his posability. So let's put his gun back here. There we go. Now let's do some robot-to-robot comparisons. And our first robot-to-robot, we're going to do core class Optimus Prime. We'll get a nice, it's a nice size between those two guys. And we're going to bring in Vertebrake. That was part of the Wave 1 core class. And then we're going to bring in Rat Trap. I think this guy's my favorite so far. And then our next newest one is Starscream. And then we're going to move up to Deluxe size. That is Cheetor. We got Deluxe, so you got core class and then Deluxe Cheetor. And we're going to bring in Voyager, Optimus Primal. He's a shorter Voyager. And then we're going to bring in Earthrise Megatron. Now this is the mold that they're going after. Very similar in tank mode. Very similar with the treads on the back. But you can see little differences. I mean, the chest the same. They still got the little blue, the red on the abdomen. So this is the cartoon accurate Megatron, and this one is not bad either. And that is all for robot to robot. Now let's do some transformation. And to transform him, first we're going to take the gun off the back. And then let's start on the top. We're just going to move this up like that. And we're just going to fold that over like that. Now the arms, we're just going to fold these in. Now what you want to do is get this peg to go into this. So this, you move, the whole arm moves. And in this one, you got to move, we'll just put that, you got to move just the hand, because the hand rotates this whole piece. So you want the black on top. So that's all settled in right there. So now we got the top all done. Now let's do the bottom. So what we want to do is basically untab, well first we're going to rotate the waist. And then we're going to untab this. There's a tab right there that goes into that slot. So we're just going to fold the leg up. And then this tab is going to go right around here. And we're just going to lock that in. Same with the other side. Untab it. Whoops, and it's a ball joint. Here, there we go. See, there's this tab right there. And then we'll just fold this up. There's a double joint at the knee. You want to peg this in. Squeeze the leg more. And basically, Megatron is done. And then you put his gun right here. And then you rotate this around. And there is the core class Megatron tank mode. And he's a pretty cool tank. I like him. Actually, you know what? I think this goes like that. There you go. I believe that is how the tank is. Now, he does have this little gap back here between the legs. And he's got visible head syndrome. But all in all, that's his tank mode. And he does have some really, really nice articulation. Now, in tank mode, you could rotate the turret all 360 degrees. You can lift this up that much without it affecting anything. You can turn that. And he doesn't, I'm surprised he doesn't have any wheels or anything right here. Usually they have those little cheap little wheels. But he doesn't have any, so he doesn't really rolls. He slides, as Emgo would say. He slides as as tanks do. And you can put this, let's see, there you go. Now remember, this is not blast effect compatible, but if you wanted to do this, you can do that. Because just having this, yeah, it's not blast compatible. Nah, they should have done this where it could easily be just fit over. And there is the Megatron tank. And it's got some good detail. I mean, you got the fusion cannon there. You got some, see that nice design etched in the black. You got designs etched in the gray. I always think of these as like right here, like a little gas can or something. See, you got the circle. They're very symmetry on each side. Let's see. The tank treads are pretty detailed. There's the front of the tank. There's the side, the back. Yeah, that gap, but you really can't do much with it. And there's the bottom. Of course, Megatron, Dizzlehead Syndrome. But all in all, I mean, as far as Megatron Tanks mode goes, I think this is a pretty good one. Alright. And now our first vehicle to vehicle, we're going to bring in Core Class Starscream. And that is how those two guys compare. We're going to bring in Optimus. Now these look like a big difference, but in the robot mode, it's not really. That is Optimus Prime. We're going to bring in Vertebrake. There you go. He's a nice little dinosaur. And we're going to bring in Rat Trap. I think he's still my favorite out of the core class figures. And then we're going to move up to the deluxe size. So this is a core class, which is Old Legends. And now we're going into deluxe. So this is Deluxe Cheetor. And then we're going to bring in a Voyager, Optimus Primal. That's how those two guys. And we're going to bring in the Megatron Tank from Siege. And this is what he's supposed to be modeled after. Same feet back here. But I think this is modeled after the Earth Tank. And this is the Cybertronian Tank. But still, that's how those two guys compare. And now we're done. Now, to transform Megatron back, we're going to remove his gun first. And then what we're going to do is pull this whole area up like that. And then we're going to unhook the tabs right there for the legs. Swing this down. Now this tab, we're going to put into a slot right there. And that snaps in. Again. Release the tank tread, rotate this sideways. This tab is going to go into this slot right there. And then rotate the wrist. And now you've got half of Megatron done, or you could be a Robotech. Now, what you want to do is separate the arms and bring the arms around like that. And then we could lift this up and over. And we're just going to put that right there for now. Why won't this go? There we go. And for Megatron's arms, we're going to rotate this out. Now remember, on this one is different. You just got to rotate the hand. And you move this whole thing so it is proper orientated. Why won't this go down? Oh, we got to clear this. Okay. And then the other hand, we just rotate the whole arm around like that. Turn the head around. And why am I having a problem with this? Let's see. This should just go down like, there we go. Huh. I wonder what was keeping this from going down. Never had that problem before. So let's see. You make clearance there, and this joint all goes down, and it goes right around these, and it snuggles in there. And then I think we're back to Megatron. Yep. And then the little gun that looks like Megatron, you can put on the right-hand side to make it look like Megatron of old. And now you've got Core Class Megatron back in his robot mode. And it's very similar to the Earthrise Megatron, but I think his colors are more accurate from G1. You got like that silver gray. You got the different colors. You got the red abdomen again. It's got the legs. So that is Megatron back in his robot mode. And I like these Core Class figures. They are more complex than the old Legend size figures, I think. And I think they're more scaled properly. Their heads are a lot smaller. The Legend size figures, I think their heads were a little big. But this is just, I think this is scaled right. What else can I say about these Core Class figures? Can't wait for Soundwave to come out. I think he's the only one that we got left. Unless they haven't announced any. But that is Megatron. So I guess that's it for this review. So please like, subscribe. Please turn on those notifications. If you see him to buy, either Amazon or some other place like that in the description, feel free to click on that and purchase it. It helps me a lot because these things don't get cheap. And I try to get as many as I can. Let's see, like I said, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the Facebook pages. I'm on like Transformers Addicts, Transformers Generation 1, Transformers Toys, all that good stuff. I've been doing a lot of shorts lately. So all that. So I guess that's it. So as Megatron once say, I'll crush you with my bare hands, Optimus. Rodimusbill out.